Hey, what's up guys? If you didn't know already, my name is Daniel, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Record Year by Eric Church. It was requested by two of my subscribers, Daniel Spradlin and Superman321123. So I hope you guys are able to learn it. Just so you know, it's in drop D tuning with the capo on the 2nd fret. That just means the E string is tuned down to a D, and the rest are the same, and you put a capo right here on fret number 2. Otherwise, your guitar won't sound like mine. So go ahead and get started with the lesson, and good luck learning it, guys. Alright guys, I want to tell you a little bit about the chords we're going to be using before we get started. It's going to be a D major, an A major, a variation of a B minor, and that's going to be the 4th fret D, 4th fret G, 3rd fret B, and 2nd fret high E. And then we're also going to be using a variation of a G chord. Since we're in drop D tuning, it's going to be the 5th fret of the E string, and then the 3rd fret of the B string. And again, all of these are relative to the capo. Alright, so to get started with the intro, we're going to be doing some palm muting, so go ahead and just rest your palm on top of the strings very lightly, and as you strum, some strings are going to ring out while others will sound a little bit muffled. Alright, so starting with the intro, I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. Part 1 is going to sound like this. What I'm doing here is I'm starting with the D chord, and I'm strumming the E, A, and D strings at the same time. And then immediately after, I'm going to pluck the open D string, and then pluck the G and B string at the same time on the 2nd fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of the B string. Now when I pluck those 2 strings, I'm going to pull my index finger off the 2nd fret of the G string and leave it open. So, and then I'm going to switch to an A chord after this. Now typically for an A chord, I go ahead and just use my index finger to bar the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings because it makes it really easy to do the hammer-ons when I need to, and in this case you do. So what you're going to want to do when you switch to the A chord is strum up, up, down, and then down again, but when you strum down the 2nd time, you're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret of the B string. Switch to the next chord, which is going to be that variation of the B minor, where you don't need the 2nd fret of the A string, and that's just going to be 3 down strums. 1, 2, 3. And from there you switch to the variation of the G chord, 5th fret E string, 3rd fret B string, and you're going to strum up, up, down, 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 up. So all together, I'll play it a little bit slower. Now moving on to the second part of the intro, it's going to sound pretty similar. A couple minor differences in the strumming. The D and the A chord are both strummed the same way as before, but the B minor gets a down, up, down, down strum. And then you immediately switch to the G chord and just strum down once and let it ring out. So the second half of the intro, all together it'll sound like this. Alright guys, that was a hard part, so if you're able to learn that, this part should be cake. It's going to be the verse, and we're going to be using the same chords as we did in the intro. We're just going to be doing some palm muted strumming, and it's pretty repetitive. So it's going to sound like this. At least for most of it. So what I'm doing here with all these chords, the strumming pattern with the palm mute is just going to be down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up for each chord. So D, A, B minor, second part is played the same way, except for the G, and I'll get to that right about now. So the G chord is going to be played the same way, so down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. But then he plays it a little bit longer. He does another down strum, and then goes up, up, down, up, up, down. So the second chord progression in the verse sounds like this. So G, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down. And then you repeat the first chord progression I showed you twice. After that part in the G chord, you're going to go into the pre-chorus, where he says, you know, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer, and then having a record year. The chords are going to be E minor, which, since we're in drop D tuning, is going to be the 2nd fret of the E string, 2nd fret A, and 2nd fret D. The rest are open. And then this weird chord, I don't know what it's called, but it's just the 4th fret of the E string, and then mute the A string so it doesn't ring out. And you're really only going to strum the D and G open as well. And then you go back to that variation of the G chord you've already done. It's going to sound like this. So what I'm doing here is on that E chord, I'm just strumming down, 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 and then I switch to that weird chord where it's just the 4th fret of the E string, and then I strum up, up, down, down, and then I move to the G and strum down, up, down, down. And on the last down strum, you let it ring out, and this is just before he goes into the chorus. Now into the chorus, and it's going to sound like this. So the chorus uses pretty much the same chords with some light palm muted strumming. Starting with the D chord, it's going to be down, down, and then switch to the A chord and strum up, up, down, 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 up. And then you move on to the G chord, down, up, down, down, and then go back to the A major chord and go up, up, down, 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 up. The second time around is kind of similar. But when you get to that G chord, you're going to strum it a little bit longer. After that initial down, up, down, down, you're going to strum up, up, down, pause for a second and give yourself time to switch to the A major chord and strum up, down, up. And then the third part is played just like the first. The last part of the chorus is played a little bit differently. The D and the A chord are played the same way as before. Down, down, up, up, down, 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 up. And then when we switch to the G, it's going to go down, up, down, down, up, up, down. And then move your middle finger to the 4th fret of the E string. Leave your index ring on the 3rd fret of the B. And then just do 1 down strum. So G. And then you're going to move to the E minor. And then go down, down, down. Switch to that weird chord. Up, up, down, down. And then back back to G, down, up, down, down, and let it ring out. So the fourth part sounds like this. And then you play the intro again after the first chorus. After you play that part of the intro, you're going to go into the bridge and you stay on this G chord. The bridge is going to sound like this. So as you'll notice in the bridge, there's a couple hammer-ons in there. You don't need to play them if you don't want to. If you want to do the basic strumming pattern, the chords are going to be G, A, D, and then B minor. And you repeat that twice before doing that last part. And the strumming pattern starting with the G is going to go down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. Switch to the A, down, 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 up, up, down. And then what I do is I move my pinky over to the 3rd fret of the B string and then do down, down, up. So, and then you switch to the D chord, and this one is a little bit difficult. So you do down, 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 and then if you can, put your pinky on the 4th fret of the E string and strum up, up, down, down, up. Go into the B minor and do down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up. And then you repeat that whole chord progression again. And then you go into that pre-chorus chord progression where it's E minor, down, 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 other chord, up, up, down, down, and then G, down, up, down, down, and let it ring out. And almost forgot about the outro. So after the last chorus, after you strum, that G and let it ring out for a second, you're going to move on to an A major chord. And you're just going to strum down, up, down, and then strum down one more time, and on that last down strum, you do a hammer onto the 3rd fret of the B string. Let it ring out, and then you're going to start playing the intro again. And that's how you end the song. So the only difference is just that A major chord that you play before you play the intro again as your outro, if that makes sense. Alright guys, that's how you play Record Year by Eric Church. Just keep in mind that the palm muted strums are going to be very light, and it's okay if not all of the strings ring out, only a few here and there. That's perfectly fine. Thanks again for requesting the song. Hopefully I'll be the first one to post it, and that way people will find my channel and I can compete with all those big YouTubers. So thanks again guys, and I will see you in the next video. Not sure why you decided to go this far into the video, but thank you for doing so. I actually made this portion because I need some help. I need some tips. I want to do something new with my YouTube channel, and I want some suggestions. I've been thinking about doing like tips and tricks on guitar, different tunings, or chord switching habits, things like that. If you want to see something like that or have any ideas of your own, go ahead and leave them in the comment box down below and help me out. That way I can make this channel better for you guys. So have a good one, and thanks again for watching.